What is up, guys? Wes back with Auto Mafia Racing, and today we are here with Morgan and her S550. Now, this is not a V6, this one's an EcoBoost. So we're gonna be getting some 2.3 action on the dyno for you today. So we're gonna go ahead and get her strapped on. Cody's getting it on. It's a nice looking silver. Remind me, what year is this again? 2015 EcoBoost. Now, what do we think it's gonna make?
Oh,
no idea again?
yeah.
What do you think it's gonna make?
To the wheel?
Yeah, to the wheel. It's on a. What's up with you guys? It's on a dyno. Of course, to the wheel.
It happened last time.
I can't remember. I don't even know what it makes right now on the wheel. So.
Well, we'll run it right now and see what it makes so that we can see the gains that we make with our tune. Now, I know this is your daily, right?
Yeah.
So we're not gonna go crazy with it. We don't want her to go eco boom, like watch my eco. So no eco booming. So we're just gonna take it real nice and easy. This is gonna be a basic tune. We'll gain some power, gain some torque, make it drive a little better, but keep it nice and safe, nice and happy. Sound good?
Wonderful.
Cool. Cody, what do you think it's gonna make?
I'm gonna go the same as my BMW 360.
Way too high. Way too high. We don't want to go eco boom. She doesn't have an intercooler, right? What are your mods?
Oh, right.
Just what we installed?
Just the exhaust.
Okay, so the only mod that is on it, guys, is the CVF Down Pipe, which is catless, and then it has no resonators, no cats, and it's out to like a roush axleback, and it sounds rowdy. We will give you guys a listen so you can hear it for yourself for sure when we give her a rev. But we're gonna go ahead and do a pull, see what she's making stock. It is hot. They drove like an hour and a half to get down here. So we'll see what it makes, and we'll throw our tune on it and see what we can make on it. Either way, gonna be a good day. Gonna make some power, gonna make a lot of noise because this thing is rowdy. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and do our baseline run. So this is the car 100% stock with the current mods it has, but 100% stock tune-wise. So it is hot. They drove 2 hours here, so let's give it a run, see what it makes. At the wrong time, so our RPM is way off. We gotta fix that. I hit the button at the wrong time, guys, so we gotta go ahead and redo it. Phone's disconnected. We gotta redo the run because it said we only went to 5.5 and we definitely went to 7, so we're gonna redo this one with a new session. Then we'll go again. So that's about what we would expect out of the car, guys. So it made 237 horsepower and 294 foot-pounds of torque, which is why these cars are actually pretty fun to drive, because 300 foot-pounds of torque is no junk. It makes more torque than the V6, and it almost makes as much torque as some of the Coyotes that we've seen that are pretty basic and high mileage. So 237, 294, that's SAE to start. Definitely you can look at the graph and see how some of the tune is. It's pretty, we'll call it a bouncy. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Cobb access port. We're gonna load it up, install it, throw our custom Mafia tune on for this EcoBoost, and we'll run it again, see how she does. All right guys, so unfortunately we just learned some bad news. As Tommy likes to say, and I will now reiterate, we're not mad, we're just disappointed because this car is at the dyno here at our shop and it has 87 octane in it. Shame. Nope, for real though guys, real note here. If you're gonna take your car to go get dyno tuned, run premium fuel at minimum. If you only are ever gonna run 87 in the car, okay, fine, bring it on 87. But if you wanna get more power out of your car and you want your numbers to look like other people's numbers essentially, you need to be on 93 or better basically. You need to be on, you know, E15, E30, E85. You can't do fully 85 on the EcoBoost yet, but on a normal car you could. So you need to bring it on the good fuel. Bring the good stuff if you want good numbers. If you bring it on the bad stuff, I mean, we had this conversation with Sarah Harrow. She brought her car on 87 too, and now she's on 93 and makes more power. But just bring your cars on 93, guys, please, because nobody can make power at 87. It's just, I don't care who you are. You got a tuner who says he makes power at 87, good for him. You don't make power in 87. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's for cheap people, okay? So, no more 87. This car's on 93 from now on. Yes. There we go. So, we'll get our tune loaded here with Cobb. We'll see what we can do on it. Basically, we're gonna have to have two tunes. So the second tune will be for the 93 to have it installed at a later date. For right now, we'll just put the base tune on and see what we can do with it. But it should still gain a little bit, I'm hoping. I've never tried it on 87 because nobody brings 87 on a boosted car. So we'll see what happens. Okay guys, so we got the Cobb base file loaded up because this is on 87, so we're not doing our custom tune yet. She's gonna have to come back with 93 and then we'll do it. So we loaded the Cobb base file on, so let's see what difference the Cobb base file makes on a 2015 EcoBoost. Sounds like a good video, so let's run it and see what it does. Fingers crossed that we make a little more horsepower, a little more torque. I think we're gonna make 20 more horsepower and 30 more torque. What do you think, Cody?
I'm gonna go 15. You know, 83 is 83.
87?
87.
87? What do you guys think? I'm thinking I gain a 15 horsepower and 30 torque. Not much. I told them what 87 does, so we will see here. But again, this is not our custom tune. This is a Cobb tune. Let's do it. Well, I only pulled it to 4,500 RPM because it was already starting to break up, but technically it gained 68 foot-pounds of torque and like 20, am I reading that right, 27 horsepower already by 4,500 RPM, but it was hard breaking up. So 87 is a no-go. I'm gonna double check what tune's on here, and then we will make sure that it is the base, because that should be able to be run on 87. And if not, we're gonna reset this sucker back to stock so that she can drive it back. So give me a minute and we'll fix it. All right guys, so we double checked the tune and we didn't do anything to it, but we just made sure it was on the like 0 file, the stage 0 tune. We're gonna run it again and see if it actually does anything, or if it starts popping again. We are going to have her change spark plugs to our NGK 6510's gap to 0.028. And then when she comes back on 93 with fresh spark plugs, should run a lot better. But let's see if it'll do it again. So there we go, guys. Final power, 248 horsepower, 351 foot-pounds of torque. So still, she's even gonna feel the torque gain right now. So that's 60 foot-pounds of torque. You're gonna feel that in your booty. But about 11 horsepower gains. Seems about right, but what you can really see what this map did, it smoothed out a lot of the bumps and the dives and everything like that, and the valleys that were in the stock off-the-shelf tune. So this is the Cobb Stage 0 off-the-shelf tune. When she comes back with 93, we'll put our sauce on it and we'll get her back up to like a 300 mark, somewhere around those. So check out the graph, we'll get her done. So there we go, guys. Not quite the result we expected to have, but hey, I guess partly my fault. I should have told her to make sure the car's on 93 octane. I didn't think about it, but I think you're still gonna feel the difference today. 60 foot-pounds of torque increase. You'll definitely feel it in the tune. But when you come back, you're gonna have even more, so. So we thank guys, we thank Morgan for coming out today. We will see her again. We will make more power in this EcoBoost, but until next time, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.